Hello, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for Twink Hunters. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because when I started looking at the beginning of WOD, I could not find a single video that I liked. So, I decided I was just going to make my own. It is currently 6.2. I'll just get right into it. I'll start with races. With races, you can either pick, we'll start off, pick Horde or Alliance. Once you've picked Horde or Alliance, you can just go into it. Research Horde, because I do not know any of the Horde stuff, so I'm not going to talk about it. I don't know any Horde racials. So I'm just going to be talking about Alliance today. Now, Alliance, there are a few good ones. Gnomes get a mana increase, which is good if you want to do a priest, a mage, or warlock. I would not consider Worgen. I would not consider them as a race. I would not consider Dwarf as a race, although you can do it. I just wouldn't. I don't really know their racial, but I remember when I first looked, I decided I was not going to do it. You can do Draenei. They get a self-heal, which is good, but I wouldn't choose it over the top two, which in my opinion are Night Elf and Human. Human get a verse stat increase, as well as a CC ability, which means you do not have to have a CC trinket like I do here. Removes all movement pairing effects and all effects which cause loss of control of your character. So yeah, I have that. If you're a human, you can just double stack stat trinkets instead. As a level 19 twink, you stats are everything. It doesn't matter how small it is; it will skyrocket your shit. Alright, so as a human, verse increase, which is small, but as a level 19 twink, it's awesome. You also get the CC trinket ability, so you can double stack stat trinkets. Now I'll talk about Night Elf abilities more in depth. As a Night Elf, you get Shadow Meld as a racial. It is a 2-minute cooldown, stealth, and you can't move, but it does make you invisible. It's great for getting out of combat. It's great for hiding. It's good for camping. And it's just all around really good. So Shadow Meld is good. Elusiveness reduces the chances enemy have to detect while in Shadow Meld, which it just makes it, just improves Shadow Meld. And Racial Prayer reduces natural damage taken by 1%, which is great when fighting Boomkin Druids. Twink Boomkin Druids. Quickness Racial increases your chance to dodge melee and ranged attacks by 2% and your movement speed by 2%. Awesome. Touch of a Loon increases your haste by 1% during the night and increases your crit strike by 1% during the day, which is awesome. And Wisp, which just increases your speed when dead. It doesn't matter a whole lot. I guess if you're racing to get back to your body before the Horde, there's really not a scenario where that's good. But anyway, so I chose Night Elf because I like the stealth, and I don't really care about the CC trinket versus the double stat trinket. I just chose this. It's my preferred. Human is better in my opinion. If you can play a human on any PvP rate class, do it. If I could play a human druid, I would play a human druid. It's just awesome. But anyway, next I will get into, I'll do pets next. Alright, now at level 19, special pet abilities are not a thing. If you get a spider, it will not do a web attack and stuff like that. It's just the buff that it gives you. Every pet, well, not every pet, I don't know about every pet, but a lot of pets will give you a buff, which is the good thing. That's the difference between pets in level 19 twinking. Alright, the top two, in my opinion, are Birds of Prey and Raptors. Birds of Prey give you a versatility 3% buff, which is amazing at level 19. It's just awesome. Next I'll do Raptor. Raptor, in my opinion, is the #1 pet because it gives you There it is. Strength of the pack increases crit strike by 5%. Just awesome. Alright, now I'll get into gear. Alright, now, before I even get into it, you're probably looking at my rings and my trinkets, maybe my trinkets. I'll explain my trinkets later. Ring, Signet of Argus. It's not enchanted because I just got it. I'm going to put a +9 crit enchant on it, like this +9 verse, but crit. It is no longer the best in slot ring, and I'll get to that later. Elo's band is not the best in slot ring. I do not have best in slot rings anymore, and I'll explain because Signet of Argus used to be the best in slot ring, and I'll get to that later. But close that down a little bit. Alright, well actually I'll leave it open so you can see my stats. Best in slot helm is the Tarnished Raging Berserker's Helm. It is the male heirloom head. It gives you 14 armor, 6 agility, 9 stamina, and 8 haste. And so you know, because I don't know if everyone knows this, I don't know if it's common knowledge, but you can wear male on a level 19 twink if it's an heirloom form. That's the same goes for pallies and warriors with plate. If you will gain the ability at some point to wear an upgraded armor class, like at level 50, at level 40, I can wear male, but I'm a level 19 hunter. But I can wear the male heirlooms. They just downgrade to leather. That's the same for pallies and warriors. You can wear the plate set. It'll just appear as male. The difference is between leather, like I can only wear now, and the male heirloom is it has more armor. It's better. Alright, so the best in slot male helm is Tarnished Raging Berserker's Helm. The best in slot necklace is the Eternal Will of the Martyr. Alright, and this recently got upgraded in WOD when they added the more heirlooms. Because it used to be the Sentinel's Medallion, I think it's called. And it is, I'll show you where you can get it. No bronc on it. Here we go. Ashen Veil. You can get it, it's been a while. One of the towers in this area, you can buy it for 170 honor, I think. I could be wrong on the number there. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, but now it's the Eternal Will of the Martyr. It gives you 4 agility, 6 stamina, and 5 haste. It also gives you a 384 health heal, which is amazing. I'll talk about enchants later on. Next, you got the shoulders. The best are the Champion Herod's shoulder. It is the male shoulders. It gives you 13 armor, 5 agility, 7 stamina, and 6 crit. Best back piece, in my opinion, is Inherited Cape of the Black Baron. It gives you agility, stamina, crit, haste, and armor. Best in slot chest is the Champion's Death Dealer breastplate. Shirt and tabard don't matter. It's just extra customization of your character. The best bracers is the Black Wolf bracers, in my opinion. You get those from Shadowfang Keep. You get them from Lord Walden, I believe. Yep. There it is. Alright. Alright, best in slot gloves, in my opinion, are the Gloves of the Fang. They are a rare drop from Druids of the Fang in Wailing Caverns. They are bind on equips. You can also buy them off your auction house. My realm is a high population PvP realm, and they sell for 2,000 gold on my auction house. Alright. Then best in slot belt is a belt that you get from doing random dungeons from the Satchel of Helpful Goods. You just have to go do dungeons and get it. It's really easy to get. Best in slot pants are the Tarnished Leggings of Destruction. Gives you agility, stamina, crit, haste, and armor. Best in slot boots. Now there is a different set of boots. I'm not wearing the Lynx boots. If you're watching this as a Twink hunter, you might have noticed that. In my opinion, for a marksman hunter, these are better. They are 100% better. in my opinion. It's just a different stat increase and stuff. You can look at, I don't have links on me or I would show you the difference, but you can look at the difference. You get them from a quest in Wailing Caverns, same as the gloves, except it's a beginning quest. If you've already done it and you don't have the boots, wear the links. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a little bit of a stat difference. Alright, now rings. I said I would, I can't pull them both, but this is no longer the best in slot, and this is not the best in slot anyway. I have to replace them, but I haven't gotten the rings. I will show you what rings are best. The best in slot rings now are actually the Dread Pirate ring, which has been at the Booty Bay fishing extravaganza for as long as I can remember. I don't remember when they added it, but it is the best in slot. It has a -6 to the Signet of Argus, 2 stamina, 3 crit, and 3 haste. Alright, it gives a -3 agility, 1 stam, and 3 haste to Elo's band. It is the best in slot ring, and it used to be the best in slot ring next to Elo's band. But Elo's band is not best in slot because they added this, which is better than Elo's band. It minuses 2 agility and adds +3 stamina and +5 crit, which in my opinion at +3 stamina and +5 crit outweighs a 2 agility, even though it is your main stat as a hunter. Alright, next time we talk about trinkets. 1, you need the Arena Grandmaster trinket. You need at least one of them as a twink. At least hunters, I believe. I don't know about others. I've never made another twink besides a hunter. It gives you +11 stamina and gives you a bubble that prevents 903 damage. It lasts for 20 seconds. Alright, now this is where you picked your race. If you picked human, you do not have this. It's a waste of a stat. You can either get a second Arena Grandmaster trinket, which I think you can do. I'm pretty sure you can. I've known people who said they have done it. I have not attempted it because I want a CC trinket, so I don't need it. You do not need a CC trinket here, even if you're not a human. You can just choose not to be, you just choose not to have a CC trinket. Alright, other options that are good. Shift Hand of Justice adds 6 haste and heals you when you kill a target that yields experience or honor. It's okay, not as good as a CC trinket in my opinion, because it's a CC trinket is, or a CC ability if you're a human, is the difference between life and death if you are open bursted by a rogue or a feral druid. So in my opinion, CC if you don't have one, but you do not need one. In my opinion, some people disagree with me on that, but you do not need one. The other one is the Inherent Mark of Tyranny, which is 7 stamina, increases maximum health by 15% for 15 seconds, which is awesome. Up to a max of 18,000, but you're never going to get that high as a twink at level 19. Swift Hand does. And those are trinkets. Alright, next I'm going to be talking about... oh, I didn't go over weapon. Weapon, you have 2 choices. You have the Upgrade Dwarven Hand Cannon or the Charmed Ancient Bone Bow. It's just a plus 0.0 damage that does not matter. So it's a difference between whether you want 8 crit or 8 haste. I chose crit over haste, so I'm using the gun. Alright, next I'm going to be talking about enchants and gift enchants, which is important for a twink. As a twink, to get the best enchants, you need a high level character. It just needs to happen, and you just need a high level character. There's no other way to do it. Alright. For your head, they took out head enchants in Lich King. Next is the neck, which gives you, I have. Enchants are entirely up to you. You can pick what you want, but I have the 13 verse from my level 100 enchanter in WOD. Next is shoulders. You need, I forget what it's called, but you need to get the enchant that gives you agility and crit for your shoulders, and you need to have a high level character. Now, I'm going to talk about gift enchants now because this is the first one that it has been necessary. You have to be a high level to put shoulder enchants. I think it's like level 60 or 70. Maybe it's 80. I don't remember. Might even be 90. But you have to be a certain level to put the shoulder enchant on your shoulders. The same with your legs. And yeah. Oh, and the same for your gun. I'll get to that later. So what you need to do is you need to either mail your shoulder heirloom or make it with the tab on a level high enough to put the enchant. You have to get the enchant to your high level or buy it on your high level, and you got to enchant the shoulders with the enchant. Then you got to mail it to your level 19 twink. That's called gift enchanting. It pretty much allows you to put higher level enchant, like it allows you to put enchants that you don't meet the level requirement to put on yourself as level 19 onto your level 19. Next, you do back enchant from WOD, definitely 18 crit and 10% speed. It is awesome. That's the enchant you need to do. For chest, I do the +2 to all stats, but you can do different ones for that. That's just what I chose. For wrist, I did the 3 crit. Gloves, I did 3 crit. I have a crit build. My crit's 42.96. So it's a crit build. I haven't found a way to put a socket on a low-level belt that is soulbound. I don't think it can be done. I just don't think there's any way to do it. If there is a way, please write in the comments so that I can actually do it and correct the video. For pants, you need to do gift enchants again, and I advise doing the 2 stamina and 2 agility one. You'll have to find it because I do not remember the name. For boots, I do minor speed increase. For ring, I do 1 verse and 1 crit. I am not enchanting this at the moment. I just haven't gotten to it yet because I just got it. But I do the 9 crit and 9 verse, which are both WOD enchants you get with enchanting higher up in level. Alright guys,